My name is Brian Crandall, and I'm an applications consultant for Syncade Logistics at Emerson Process Management. In talking with terminal managers, we discovered that one of the main challenges they face is responding quickly to changing products, personnel, and schedules at the terminal. This is due to inflexible workflows and equipment constraints that they have in place. The purpose of this video is to describe how Syncade Logistics allows terminal managers to respond quickly to changing market demands. First, Syncade Logistics increases the speed and flexibility to do lineups and material transfers. Here are some features that make that possible.
In order to provide a general overview of the capabilities of this product, I will be showing features specific to the truck and marine modalities. However, each feature that I show you also applies to the other modalities as well: rail cars, tanks, and pipelines. The first feature that increases flexibility and speed of lineups for material transfers is automatic routing. So take, for example, a ship at this jetty W1. We want to transfer from the jetty through the manifold and pump transfer station over into our tank farm down to T201. If I do a quick trace of the line for this material movement, it comes from this loading arm, LA04. The ship is connected here. It goes through this line to the manifold, through another manifold, to pump P201. From that pump, across this header, header 4, across header 4, and across header 4 one more time, through this valve down to tank T201. Clicking on that will bring up the tank. So coming from this connection to the header down through this valve into the tank. Now switching over to Syncade Logistics' Marine Movements screen. Here is the route for that transfer that I just described. Notice there is no route shown, it is blank. If I simply click on Find Route, that routing algorithm finds that route that I just described from the loading arm, through the manifolds, across the header, into tank T201. This saves the terminal operators valuable time in setting up the movement and also improves quality as well. The next feature is scalability. In a terminal with rapidly changing market demands, it may be necessary to expand the terminal by adding loading arms or bays or other equipment. This is easy to do, as I will demonstrate in the truck and rail car application. You can see here. This is the overview screen, and let's add a gantry. That is done easily by clicking on the admin menu, going to Site Config, clicking on the Gantries node, Add New Gantry, and here I will fill out the gantry information with the name, the gantry type, give it a process attribute for the preset. This will be island number 2. And that is all the basic information for the gantry. So I will click Save. And I will close this form. And now if I go to the Graphics tab and refresh the terminal overview, you will see now that I have another bay here. So with a few clicks of the mouse, I can add new equipment and expand my terminal facility. The next feature is Inline Blending. For terminals responding quickly to changing market demands, it is beneficial to minimize production time. Syncade Logistics' marine application allows the user to do this by scheduling simultaneous movements that create a blend in the final destination vessel. So in this example, we have an order shown here, order 001. It is doing a transfer from a jetty to a tank, so from a ship to a tank. I'm going to schedule a transfer from another tank to create a final blend in the destination vessel. To add the additional movement for the blend, I am going to open the order line by double-clicking on the jetty occupation here. I can then go back to the order Gantt chart for visibility and click on the Add New Order Line button. Notice that existing order 001 is shown here, so it's going to add this movement to that order, and I want to do a tank-to-tank transfer, so I'm going to create that. And then I will pick the tank that contains the blending product, and then the final destination vessel that will have the final product blend. I'll click Save there. And now if I go back to the order Gantt chart, and I do a refresh, you'll see that that movement shows up here. So let me resize the movement and change the dependencies to reflect what I want to have happen in the movement, which is have both of the transfer from the jetty and the transfer from the tank occur at the same time. So to do that, I will just delete the old dependency arrows and recreate them. Okay, the dependencies have been set, and now you can see that I have two simultaneous movements occurring to create a blend in the final destination vessel, T201. The final feature that helps increase flexibility to do material transfers in the terminal is control system integration. Syncade Logistics is tightly integrated with several presets or batch controllers that actually do the control of the movement. To demonstrate this, if you go to the truck and rail application shown here, under the User menu tab, under Presets, I can right-click, Add New Preset, and I'll show you the drop-down menu available to the user under the System type that shows all the different batch controllers readily integrated into the Syncade application shown here. Among them are Emerson's flagship DL8000 preset shown here, and Delta V preset shown over here. This out-of-the-box control system integration increases the terminal's flexibility by allowing the terminal to add or modify equipment quickly and efficiently.
The second reason why Syncade Logistics allows terminal managers to respond quickly to changing market demands is because it improves the efficiency of process workflows, administrative tasks, and scheduling. Here are some features in the application that make that possible.
The first is planning and scheduling. Syncade Logistics provides powerful planning and scheduling software for the terminal operator to manage traffic, inventory, and other tasks at the terminal. Shown here is the Syncade Logistics Marine Movement screen, and it uses a Gantt chart to manage scheduling and planning tasks. To simply modify or add a task is as easy as dragging and dropping with a few clicks of a mouse. For example, from this view, I can simply reschedule a task by grabbing it and dragging it to the appropriate time that I want it to execute. So if I wish to execute this movement first, I can drag it to the beginning of the queue, and the Gantt chart will refresh and show that task at the very beginning. The Gantt chart provides a very effective view to manage the tasks at the terminal. I have now switched views to the scheduling and planning application used in the truck and rail car application. It is called slot booking, and it uses a tabular view to describe the time slots throughout the day to the terminal operator, shown here at the bottom, and then at the top are the loads that are scheduled in the system. As I will demonstrate, it's as easy as selecting a time slot and then booking that slot to reserve that particular time for that particular load. You can see this load got booked by the corresponding orange square. From this view, the terminal operator has a good idea of the traffic that will be coming in and out of the terminal and can better manage the assets. This, coupled with the Gantt chart view of the marine application, provides very effective scheduling and planning tools within Syncade Logistics. The next feature that promotes efficiency within the terminal is real-time notifications. It is very important for the terminal manager to be aware of any event that happens at the terminal that may impact the business. Fortunately, Syncade Logistics provides very powerful reporting tools to allow this to happen. For example, if I click on a report here, as shown, you can see that it brings up an inventory projection for this particular tank. This sharp drop-off in inventory may be alarming to a terminal manager. For example, she may not be able to fill future orders that rely on this tank having enough inventory. What would be even more helpful is for that terminal manager to get a notification in real time with the information contained in this report. Fortunately, Syncade Logistics provides a feature for this. By switching over to the truck and rail car movements application, I can show you how Syncade Logistics makes this possible as well. Here, you can configure an event based upon your business conditions. In this case, I want an inventory event to be triggered when my inventory exceeds a certain limit. Let's say, for instance, that sharp drop in inventory that we saw from that chart earlier. By clicking on this, I can see the details about the event, and I can do things like notify the terminal manager or terminal operator of that event. As you can see, Syncade Logistics provides very powerful real-time notification tools along with scheduling and planning information.
As you've just seen, Syncade Logistics helps terminal personnel, whether they be managers, operators, or planners, respond quickly to changing market demands. This in turn makes them more profitable and competitive in the marketplace. For more information, please visit the website shown here. Thank you very much for watching.